But TJ, what are your thoughts on this?
I hate it. Um,
Now, Milwaukee, their city uniform is it's blue.
and blue.
Various shades of blue, very, very blue. Making waves, tribute to, I, I mean, it's not a porn. It's definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen. Um, I mean, like definitely prefer Cream City over this. Um, yeah, like what are you thinking about this Milwaukee? They're not trying to do
I,
anything too overdone.
I will say that them wearing a blue uniform as an alternate is the least surprising that I've ever seen of like some team pulling out a different color, because they have blue. Like when they did their rebrand, they had the blue under their arms that's meant to be the river, and they had blue on the court in a couple places. So them finally pulling out a blue uniform is not surprising to me at all. And if you're going to like do something where you're representing the water or the river, I guess this makes sense. I'm personally just not in love with the name placement and the number placement.
Mm.
It looks a little bit weird. Like maybe if the number was a little bit lower and then maybe the name was bigger. Maybe, I
Or if
don't know.
they
It's
did the wave, if the wave was a different shape, so it kind of
mm,
was more in concert with the Milwaukee, like maybe.
yeah. Or if the blue wave part was lower, maybe I or higher, maybe. It's the different colors of blue are fine. I I almost wish that it wasn't an all blue uniform if they're gonna do that, because in part of this is supposed to be like a coastline. Like
Yeah.
you could have done the cream color and maybe done green up top to like be the quote unquote land. And then that could have been the thing. Just but it's not offensive.
Right.
It's not bad. I really, I don't know. I think the name, that like the diagonal name on the front, looks better than the name on the shorts. I don't know what's going on down there, but that's, I don't know. We'll see it on the court, whatever court they use for it. I think I liked it better when they wore the ones that were honoring their old arena a little bit better than those.
A
But
lot of people did not care for, and it was a moonshot, but
I also didn't like those, but this one's just a little bit weird. It doesn't offend me. It's just there. It's water. That's what they're doing.
water.
It's the gathering place by the river or whatever. So these are our water uniforms. Maybe we'll get an earth uniform next and a fire and air.
The New York Knicks here, the city that never sleeps. New York Knicks, NYC. I mean,
City never sleeps new. York Knicks.
why? Okay, okay. So there's this thing. So you have a dark color, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of a dark color, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might not be able to read that because it's dark on dark, right?
City never, York Knicks.
So city never, York Knicks. So as a concept, I get it. It's different, got the number with the circular thing. I'm here for it. I feel like if they did a better job with the coloring of the text around it, because this whole, sometimes you can do too much. And I feel like you're trying to do a gradient and you're trying to do the circle and you're trying to do text around. Like pick a couple of those things. Like don't. So like as a concept, I like it. And I'm actually really intrigued to see like a home version of that, like a white with the number and everything's in the same place, but like better coloring and more clear text around it. I could see myself liking it. Um, I don't, I just don't know why they thought that having a gradient, like, first off, it doesn't make sense to have a gradient because it's on a black jersey. So why are you going on a gradient from, like, just do the city never sleeps, do that in white, and then do New York Knicks in the orange. And if you want to have the blue there, then make the jersey blue. TJ, what are your thoughts on this?
I hate it. So here's the thing, Robert. I'm about to get on a soapbox again. So my high school, our colors were orange and blue. You want to know why we never did black uniforms? And it's the same reason that I hate when the Florida Gators do it. You have to abandon one of your colors, or you come out with this nonsense. You talked about liking this on a white uniform. From a design point, yes, but from a story point, no, because if the city never sleeps, black has to be the color. And then you talk about the gradient on the sides. Yeah, it looks great. It looks reminiscent of the police lights lighting up your buildings at night. But that's not the most egregious thing here. The city never sleeps New York Knicks thing needs to go. That circle can get out of here right now. I'm going to fix the jersey for you, Robert. I'm going to fix it for you right now. I'm not even the designer, and I'm going to do this.
Do it.
So above the little patch thing down there where Detroit had their Motor City thing, like the little, I guess, embroidery down there, that's where you put City Never Sleeps. That NYC thing that's on the Nike swoosh, you put that front and center in that block thing. And then you put the number down there in white. And then, that's it. That's your City Never Sleeps jersey. Just white outline, black on black, take the gradient off, you're done. It's simple. It's basic. It's not going to win you any creative points, but it'll look better than whatever the hell this is.
City never, TJ. The city never.
City never. I think I agree with you. They were trying to do something. They were trying to do something different. So I will give them that.
Thought you had more to say. You were just like, no, that's it. And I'm done.
I was looking for nice words to say. I honestly, from the design aspect, if you were Nike, if you were working on this, and you came up with the NYC thing that's behind the swoosh, which, all right, yeah, that looks cool. And you're also Nike, and you're also working with a team we haven't talked about yet in Philadelphia. But do you maybe I don't know, yank an idea away from another? We'll talk about them later. But this just is not it. It
is not it. TJ Tooley.
Never. City never.
City never. So moving on from Sleeps New. The Orlando Magic. Here's my thing with the Orlando Magic. I just have one possible change. Is instead of the oral with the star, do the full Orlando with a star where it needs to be with the A. But I like it. I like it. In this leak that I'm viewing, there's a thing that I don't like. So in the thing I'm looking at, the O, the R, and the L and the star are outlined in white and then outlined in orange. And it looks great. Look at that. It looks clean. You got the orange pinstripes. I'm loving it. Okay. They're just taking what they already have, putting some orange in there. Love it. It's beautiful, TJ. This is beautiful. I'm here for it. Why in the world is the number outlined in...
I'm glad you brought it up because I was going to have to if you didn't.
Why is the number outline in a different... Why is it black? Why is the outline? You already have the example right above it. You do orange, you outline in white, and then you outline in orange. It looks beautiful. Why is this 46 outlined in black? It looks ridiculous and it makes me mad. I don't know. I just the black out of nowhere messes with me and I don't like that. TJ, what is this? Like
so for starters, I like the orange. I think they've been moving towards that as a color for a little bit, at least for their city and statements. And I think it's a good color, especially with the tie to everything Florida and what they're trying to do. Great. The orange pinstripes, great. The oral, fine. I can get behind it. The oral star, oral star. I can I can get behind it. Um, for me, the most egregious thing is the thing you pointed out, which is that the numbers are outlined in black, which have no business being outlined in black. But even if that was fixed, I'm not in love with the black star. But that just might just be me. I think it's a little bit abrupt. It's a little harsh
I think
considering the rest of the
I
uniform.
think the only reason it's there is because they did that oral thing. So it has to separate itself from the ORL because they're doing the abbreviation. But I feel like if they just went with the full Orlando, that star wouldn't have to be black.
Yeah, it's such a it draws your eye straight to that star, and eh, and then the numbers being outlined in black is ridiculous. And if you fix it, if you fix that and make the outline not be black, then the star even has even less business being black. Uh, I mean, you can make the argument like, yeah, but they have the piping at the bottom of the shorts and the swooshes and the Disney patch are all black, so we got to put black somewhere in the design, right?
Do we?
No, you do not. No, you don't. I think it's the right color to use for this. Like, I don't think they should use their blue or anything, God, for that. But uh, it's this is also in that tier where I say you're really close. You're really really close to something. Some people are gonna love this. They have no problems with this. The best thing they've ever seen. To you, awesome. Go buy it. You live your best life in your oral star. But for me, it's close, but not quite. I'd be interested to see what it looked like with an orange star. I think it would read the same, but or if you outlined everything in black instead of the orange, that could also work.
Mm.
It looks like it's stuck between two ideas right now, and that's just it seems unfortunate.
So the Philadelphia 76ers
Mm-hmm.
um have made some decisions.
They did.
I like the overall colors as far as like if you're gonna go with the dark jersey, then okay, do that then. Um they're doing like I believe that's like the skyline
Mm-hmm.
of a certain perspective. Okay. You got the Philly there. Okay. Now unlike earlier, I don't know, I'm not getting the because if you're doing line art, so the skyline is just line art, like white on black. I don't really get why. And then the name on the back of the jersey, the Simmons on the back of the jersey is straight up white on black. So why are we doing this phantom blue behind the Philadelphia and behind the number? Like why the lack of consistency there? Because it's like if it's going to do a line art, it kind of like a neon. It's like a sign somewhat. So it's like just make everything line art, then make everything white. Like because that's the thing. Like you talked about earlier, if you make black and black is not one of your colors, now you have to come up with some kind of what you think is creative way to shoehorn in the blue that's a part of your natural color scheme when an option could have been to just make the jersey blue because it's part of your natural color scheme.
This one is also one that feels like it's really close conceptually to being brilliant, but for me is not quite there. I like the concept a lot. The straight white line kind of depicting the skyline at night. I think that's cool. It's everything that I just said the Knicks should have done. um, I'm not in love with the numbers being where they are. It's weird for me. Like you're talking about like if you're gonna prioritize things on a logo, on a jersey, or things you're trying to show off, I think maybe city should be first. Like you look at the oral that we just saw, or even Detroit. It had Detroit on top. These are the city editions. Philadelphia isn't the first thing I see. The skyline's not even the first thing I see on this. It's the numbers, and the numbers don't scream Sixers to me. Like I would have liked to see maybe that kind of retro 76 logo that they have down on their shorts up there. That's cool. Or maybe like a Fila up there, or I don't know, both. You could do something like that above the skyline, and that would be like, look, Philly. And then you could have like maybe no numbers on the front. You don't need them. Or you could, the association's done that before. Or you could have it down on the bottom where it belongs. It doesn't matter. The names on the back, like you said, are simple black and white. That you don't need color around the numbers at all. You can get that out of here. Again, you get stuck with trying to do blue on black. Um, I think this jersey would look really good. Or it's close. It's really close. They just had to. They had too many ideas going on in there. But just for fun, let's throw another idea at it to kind of overcomplicate things and maybe make it better, maybe make it worse. What if you did a gradient and kind of ombre down from their blue on the shoulders to black? Just straight color, so it would be like the setting sun, kind of night, dusk falling into night, and the cutoff point could be the city. And so you have kind of a blue sky and grounding it into the black, minimalist design of the white. I think that would look really cool. And that's a way you can get your color in there, because then the 76 logo would be in blue. But that might make it too busy. I'd have to see a mock-up for that. But
That's
it's really close. I don't like the shorts.
Oh, it's just the TJ's like, full stop. Don't like the shorts. Get them out of here. I hate them.
They belong to a different jersey.
They did the that random blue corner thing. Nah.
They're trying to get their colors in there, man. I'm telling you, teams with blue and another color as their main colors don't need to do black jerseys. This one's close though. This one is light years. This is in a different class than the Knicks.
The Toronto OVO Raptors out here. We the North.
We the South. Got the Tampa Raptors.
The Tampa Raptors. So this is obviously, Drake inspired, so because he's like part owner of the team. So you got the OVO colors.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for not putting a daggum stroke around Toronto. I like the text effect of Toronto. It's like very OVO, very like I get why. I get it. It's not super busy, but you get it. I get it. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but Toronto revealed they're doing like a third jersey. It's like a red jersey, but for some reason they have like white outline. Like, Toronto, don't outline anything on your chevron jerseys. Just trust the daggum colors. But this, I like this. It's more like simple to the point, but I like it. What are your thoughts on the Toronto Raptors?
For what they're trying to do, it works. It's clean. It looks good. The fans are going to love it. I like the font. I like that it's not outlined in white for no reason. It's fine. Like, they're these gold jerseys. Like you said, they're Drake. There's reasons for them. The fans like them. For my money, I'd like to see more purple and more Raptors, but that's can't please everybody. This is a really clean look. At the end of the day, this is a clean jersey. It looks fine. As long as they didn't do something stupid like put like white outline on the back numbers or something, then they'll be fine.
Hey, remember when you just said something about, hey, they didn't put random white outlines on things? Hey, let's go to the Washington Wizards jersey league, where you have the DC logo with the hand on the basketball. Phenomenal logo. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So is that outlined in white? No, it is not. So scroll down, and that number 8 there has a white outline around it. Why? I don't know. And then you have like the stars and stripes on the side. If you're gonna do stars and stripes, I think it'd be really cool if you just did the white jersey, and the white kind of bleeds into the overall jersey. You take that dumb white outline off of the number. But for me, I'm just gonna be disappointed in this strictly because the district logo, the district jerseys that they had were great. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I think when you find something that's good, you should just stick with that thing that's good.
I agree with you. The district jerseys that they did were great. It's almost like they got to the point that all these teams are getting to this year, but like they got there a year early, or a couple years early. I will say I really like this. The idea of the flag going down. If I swear, if the shorts also have blue with stars, they have no business being there because the flag just needs to go down. So it needs to be the red and white stripes all the way down. But we'll get into those semantics later. I like the idea of the flag. Every DC team does this, and
Right.
it makes sense. And I love that. That's their unifying thing, and it works. The gray, for me, works. You can talk about it being reminiscent of monuments or go throw back to maybe their Bullets days. I don't know. But it's not a abrasive color. It doesn't offend me. And it does make the flag pop more. It as they need to do one of two things. They either need to drop the white outline from the 8, or they need to outline the DC logo with the ball in white and make the ball and the rest of it pop more as well. You can't do both. This looks ridiculous. Like the number pops more than your logo because of this, or maybe doesn't pop. It stands out more than it needs to. And I would like to see it done both ways. I don't know which would look better, but it's not both. It's not.
I think for me, if you would take the DC logo and replace it with that District of Columbia on the chest
Mm.
and outline that in white, I would be all for this jersey because it's just a lot of gray. It's not a lot of space there, and then you have that there. Like this is like it makes sense. That's number one. This jersey makes sense. There's just some things about it that I would like to see more consistent. And and then I'm biased because the district I liked the District
I
of
just
Columbia.
I just noticed the collar is red.
How you feel about that, CJ?
Not as strongly as I'd like to. I don't like it. I think I wish it was blue. I think I wish it was blue. Also, if the names and numbers on the back are red for some reason or outlined in white, which they probably are going to do, they're probably going to do blue numbers outlined in white with just plain blue names. Who thinks that looks good? Who thinks that? Trust your colors. And yes, white is in there, but like, trust your colors. So, my take on the Eastern Conference City Edition jerseys. The NBA and Nike tried to tell the stories of their cities and teams with the 2020-2021 Eastern Conference City Edition jerseys. Some, like Atlanta, Charlotte, Chicago, and Boston, work better than others, like the New York Knicks, while others, like DC, Orlando, Philadelphia, and Detroit, are close but feel a bit like missed opportunities.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when the rest of the parts come out. Like we're going to tackle all these uniforms. In the conversation down below, let us know out of these uniforms, which one was your favorite? What did we get right? What did we get wrong? And we will see you in the next episode. Remember, as you go along in life, teach as you learn and inspire as you do. See you next time.